Good morning, friends. In the last video, we have seen the basics of service-oriented network. So in this video, we'll see the service-oriented network and the service orientation at the network edge. So traditionally, the different applications services, they were coupled to a specific network because the different applications needs the different levels of support for the data transmission function, such as the latency, sequencing, performance, and the reliability. It may be channel sharing, data control, and the security, so on and so forth. So it is simpler to design the network that supports one specific set of application requirement rather than to support the multiple applications that have different messaging requirement because they may conflict with each other. However, this has the disadvantage that more complex multi-service network need to be provided and maintained, and it is harder to integrate the data from application which is exist on the different network. So these days, the services are oriented to be coupled less specific to networks and to be available across the heterogeneous network. So the architecture were network oriented. So to use the services, the user must be subscribed to a particular network and the service configuration on the network. So the best example of this is voice call via telecom network and the audio video content via an audio wireless broadcast network. So this is what the just the introduction to the service oriented network. Now you can see here, this is the paradigm shift from the network oriented to the service oriented architecture. In the first part of this figure on the top, you can see that this is a network oriented where users and services, they are more oriented to a network. Okay, so that means the users and services, they are less desirables in the first network oriented architecture. Now there is a sudden paradigm shift from network oriented to the service oriented architecture. Nowadays the services and the user, they are at the center of the applications, or you can say that they are at the center. So more important is users and services, and we need an architecture, we need a network architecture such that this users as well as this a n number of services or a set of services, they should be available across heterogeneous network. So heterogeneous network, what it means here, heterogeneous network, it means the internetworking of the different types of network. We have seen in the previous video there were the different types of network, ubiquitous network. It may be the PSTN, public switch telephone network. It is a packet switch network. It is a data network. It may be a mobile communication network. It may be a ADCL network. It may be a local area network. So when we combine together these networks together, that forms the heterogeneous network, which we call as the internet network. Okay, so this is what we are talking about, the paradigm shift from network oriented to service oriented architecture. So early in the in the beginning of 20th century, the more focus of the researcher was network oriented rather than on service oriented. So there is a paradigm shift from network oriented to service oriented architecture. Here you can see that the users and the services, they are at the center part, so that we can provide these services to the user across the heterogeneous network. Okay, so there is a simple network topology, is to have only one network. For example, the analog very high frequency radio network from transmitter to receiver. The next simplest network topology is to partition the network into two parts. One is the access network and other is the edge network. So you can, the alternatively, this access network is also referred as the edge network. And the second part is the core network. Okay, so a simple abstraction of network topology is to support the universality, is to partition a communication network into two parts, as mentioned here. Access network, which is also called as edge network, and the second part is the core part. And to design this network to appear as a universal network. Now, access network, as the name implies, is the network that users and application use to access the network. The core network comprises the interlinked network that then link to the access network. So an important design decision is whether or not to put the complexity or the intelligence into the core network. For example, the PSTN versus the edge network, or in both, that is example IP network. So there is an argument for end-to-end or the edge-based complexity, and to keep the core network relatively simple, to optimize the core network, which will be specifically used to forward and route the data packets. Now the main argument is that the functions placed at the low levels of a system may be redundant or of life value when compared with the cost of providing them at that low level. So this implies that a simple and as neutral as possible network should be used. So in a nutshell, the network should be simple and it should be neutral. So such network should be used with the intelligence, with the complexity, and the functionality supported in the edge network by any application. So there is a widespread adoption. There is a widespread adoption of IP in the core network, which has given the internet a nearly universal interoperability that allows all end user to access the internet application and the content, and on non-discriminatory basis. So a network neutrality vision for the communication and the content delivery world, in which every end user can obtain access to every available application, and a piece of information is quite compelling. However, it has led to some content provider which resisting more open access to edge network, as they will lose the market share. So there is a network homogeneity that can be reduced the utility of network, both by reducing the diversity and by biasing the market against the certain type of application. So changes to the core network and the standardization can take some considerable time to reach the output. So this is what all about the service orientation at the edge network. In the next video, we'll talk about the content-based network, programmable network, and the overlay network. Thank you so much for patiently listening this video. See you in the next video. Thank you.